the hypocrisy that exists to heap responsibility of every atrocity, and for 25 years of conflict and bloodshed in Uganda, to heap 100% of that on Joseph Kony and the Lord's Resistance Army is a lie.
The ICC should be a politically blind judicial instrument. The investigation, indictment, and prosecution of persons before the ICC should not be politically determined. It shouldn't depend on your political colors and association, whose friends you have or don't have internationally. It shouldn't be only for the friendless and the isolated. It should be for all who have committed crimes. That was the purpose of the Rome Statute that gave rise to the ICC, and I was very deeply involved with that exercise. So I'm deeply disappointed to see that now the application of the Rome Statute, the selection of persons to be investigated and indicted, is being done in a politically influenced manner. And that is how come Museveni and his commanders to date have never been investigated. They have never been made to answer for the genocide, the war crimes, the atrocities in northern Uganda, the war crimes, the atrocities committed in the Congo, even though all these are well documented. Mr. Ocampo, the chief prosecutor of the ICC, keeps giving one excuse after another, all of them completely unconvincing. And it's a matter of great disappointment. So this also means that the future of the ICC itself is on the line, because if the ICC cannot meet the credibility test, if it turns out that ICC is being used in a selective manner, and that when political pressure is brought to bear on the ICC, on the prosecutor, then those who are targeted are investigated and prosecuted, and others who some key international patrons may want to protect are then protected, then the whole raison d'etre, the whole purpose, the reason for being of the ICC collapses. The ICC is either a truly independent judicial machinery that dispenses justice in a politically blind fashion, simply following evidence where evidence leads to whoever those steps the evidence might lead. But if the ICC becomes a selective political body, its credibility will collapse and its future will be doomed. So there's much at stake, not only in terms of justice in Uganda, justice for the victims of the genocide, and Ugandans seeing that accountability is being pursued across the board, but also for the future of the ICC itself.